I got Slim Jim's IP address, and it traces all the way to Moscow. Gear up. It's about to be another really difficult 5 years. This is it. Daniel Larson's Civil War is here. I am too smart to qualify for disability housing services. World of T-shirts is being manipulated by Michael Quinn, and Michael Quinn keeps giving whiskey to World of T-shirts, telling him to drink. My lawyer, Clark, wants to contact the Secret Service agent that's doing the investigation, Daniel McDougall, and tell him how bad of a job Daniel McDougall is doing. So, Daniel McDougall wants me to get information on what is going on with Columbia Records and my contract with them. Alrighty, so I'm in an immediate crisis. My bank account is $130 in the negative. On October 22nd, 2023, I am going to be performing a concert at Madison Square Garden in New York City. Stay tuned because in 2024, I am going on my first UK, United Kingdom stadium tour. My YouTube account got taken by the U.S. Secret Service agent named Daniel McDougall, so I no longer have access to that account. My YouTube channel, Daniel Larson NYC 13, has gotten confiscated by the U.S. Secret Service and Daniel McDougall. Okay. Well, so my Uber app is not working properly, so I'm not getting paid with Uber this week. My bank account is down in the negative, $150 all of a sudden. So it's October 2023 and my bank account is literally down in the negative. I have about $100 in savings. So looks like I'll have a profit this year of about $3 or $30. So yeah, looks like I'll have a profit of $30. Last week I was arrested because my Secret Service agent investigator, Daniel McDougall, he decided he was going to meet me at Safeway instead of the courthouse. And because I missed court that day, because I was talking to Daniel McDougall and didn't know which courthouse I was going to, because I have so many, I got arrested on the spot. So that's what happened earlier this week with my arrest. It was a PR bond, so I got myself off that. I'm still waiting on Grace to fly to Colorado. Don't know what's going on with that. At this point, I have to agree with Bob and I have to agree with Daniel McDougall that we're sick and tired of things not moving forward. So, things are starting to get in a bad situation. So, I should already have an album out by now. Like a 30-song album. I should already be a millionaire. The merchandise that is being sold on the subreddit, I'm not seeing a single dollar of that. Jackass Bob won't hire a fucking lawyer. So I'm continuing to go downhill. Bob won't do anything to help anymore. He acts like he doesn't really care about my life anymore. He cares more about... I don't know what he cares about, but it's clearly not me. I mean, I'm starting to not really like Bob anymore. I mean, for the past year, I mean, his attitude's changed so much. It's kind of like I regret doing my career to begin with. I regret becoming a singer because I knew Bob wouldn't have the money to keep up with it to help until I can support myself. And I also knew that Bob wouldn't, well, I knew that DDRC and Reva would clearly not let me do my career. And Bob never believed that. Until now. Now he realizes it. Doesn't know what to do. That's kind of his own issue. It's not my issue that he didn't believe me. Oh man. This is like the worst week, I want to say, so far this year. This is the worst week. I mean, this fall, this is definitely the worst week. I'm not going to touch my savings because I don't have enough money to touch my savings without going bankrupt again and not making profit. Bob is telling me to pull out my only $100 in savings and get a motel room. I'm not going to do that because that's all the money I have left. That's way too risky. I'm not going to risk my life savings right now. Why Bob wants me to pull out of my life savings my only $100 I have in my entire bank account. That's another thing, is as soon as I make like $100 or $200, Bob, I guess, freaks out. I don't know. He acts like he's scared of success. Like, no joke. He acts like he's scared of success. And after like one day of success, he then freaks out for like 2 weeks or a week, and then I end up spending my money and savings and I go bankrupt because he freaks out. So I've learned just not to spend shit in my bank account, just keep it there. Jeez. Daniel McDougall has now asked me to fully cut ties with the World of T-Shirts and Michael Quinn. They are no longer allowed to come to any of my performances. So apparently Daniel McDougall has, he's a Secret Service agent. He has told me that even though Bob has been paying for my recording studio sessions and all of my music, if Bob can't afford to continue to pay for my recording studio sessions so I can get paid, then I have to end up taking over for the company, no matter what Bob says. Unfortunately, I don't think Bob knew how much it would cost and what it would take to be able to get like a full album out. I don't think he knew, and it's now created more legal trouble. So last week, Daniel McDougall interrogated me and asked me a bunch of questions about me and Grace Vanderwall, and I said I don't know much information. So last week I got interrogated by Daniel McDougall, the Secret Service agent, over me and Grace Vanderwall and the subreddit. And unfortunately, it seems like the Secret Service agent, Daniel McDougall, is believing what the subreddit is saying and is telling me that they are, in fact, making money off of merch. Bob is saying that they're not, and Bob and I keep getting in arguments. Daniel McDougall has told me to hire a lawyer. I don't have money for a lawyer. Bob won't help. We've already kind of been through that. But now I'm in a situation where I could be held legally, I guess, liable for what's going on with me and Grace. So one of the people that was impersonating to be Grace Vanderwall did send me video verification, but the video verification that they sent me was a nude photo of a child. When I tried to save that for investigation to show to Daniel McDougall, Daniel McDougall, the Secret Service agent, actually saw it on my phone and didn't believe my story at all, and actually decided that he was going to confiscate my phone, so I might be charged for child pornography now, because people who were impersonating to be Grace, sending verification, was sending me like actual child pornography for verification. So people are now sending me video verification, claiming to be Grace Vanderwall, sending to my phone child pornography through text message. Daniel McDougall has told me to get back in contact with Warren, which his real name is Michael. Warren, aka Michael, is claiming that he is in contact with Morgan Wallen, and apparently, I'm not quite sure, but I guess Warren, aka Michael, is apparently in contact with Morgan Wallen, and that is how, I guess, Morgan Wallen found out about me and started posting hateful messages about me because somebody was giving Morgan Wallen misinformation. I have another court date coming up by the end of this week. I will keep everybody updated. I need to check on the date to be sure. I will be performing at the Belco Theater in Denver, Colorado on November 4th, 2023. It is October 2023, and I am back in debt $500. Looks like I'm gonna spend my birthday on the street again. Check out the Daniel Larson subreddit. Someone leaked on the subreddit and on YouTube all of the videos and footage from when I was in jail in Boulder County. I am now charging $20 for fan photos in public. Clark, my lawyer, wants to set up a meeting with Daniel McDougall for them to have a conversation. Warren was in contact with Morgan Wallen, and that is why Morgan Wallen has misinformation about me. Why is the subreddit saying that Daniel McDougall just leaked my location and that the Vanderwalls are sending an emergency response team? Sorry for the miscommunication, but the phone that Daniel McDougall has that he confiscated is the phone with the child pornography. That was from the fan. Please check out my latest song, Merry-Go-Round, on Last FM. Clark just told me about a secret Discord server that he is in, that he is spying in on, and they are trying to get my location in that server. Clark has just told me about a Discord server that is trying to get my location. So the people in the server are actively trying to get my exact location. Somebody has called the Golden Hotel and got me permanently trespassed and banned because of my public reputation. I just got word from Clark and Clark's assistant that the Vanderwalls are not sending an emergency response team and the subreddit is lying. The Vanderwalls have asked me to move to New York City, and I have said I don't want to. I want to stay in Colorado because I have family. The Colorado courts have now put me on a do not travel list until 2025. In Papa Gut's video, where he is saying that I was messaging somebody of the name of Lily, which was a YouTuber at the time, Papa Gut got that particular person mixed up with somebody that I was actually in theater with. So, in other words, when I said I was friends with Lily, I was talking about somebody from theater and not the person Papa Gut was claiming I was in contact with. And now all that did was add to the pedophile accusations. I am no longer allowed legally to be in contact with Michael Quinn and World of T-Shirts. Daniel McDougall is now forcing me to cut ties with Clark because he is in a subreddit and leaking my location. Why is Clark claiming I have blocked him and he keeps making new numbers? And when I try to call him, it goes through, but he doesn't answer. Why is Clark acting like my calls aren't going through and his calls aren't going through? And why does Clark sound like Goated Minds? Why is Clark's assistant now telling me not to listen to Daniel McDougall? And that Daniel McDougall is the one who leaked my location, not Clark. It seems like Clark and Clark's assistant are trying to frame me and Daniel McDougall. So I do have to believe Daniel McDougall and cut ties. Clark is confirmed to be Goated Minds, and he is now threatening me, claiming he's going to bomb Daniel McDougall. So he's a confirmed troll. Clark, aka Goated Minds, is trying to now frame me against Daniel McDougall, trying to get me federally arrested. Clark is claiming, aka Goated Minds, is claiming that he has looked up Daniel McDougall's name and information about his job on Google. Clark, aka Goated Minds, is also possibly the one making the merchandise. There is someone in a Discord server right now that apparently is making accusations claiming that he's going to end my life. And so apparently the Vanderwall team has a non-disclosure agreement, so I cannot share their information publicly with the Secret Service. Sexy Sam and Goated Minds are in the same Discord server, and they're both working out a plan on trying to kill me. I'm contacting the police. Clark's assistant is Sexy Sam. That's why they were both asking for my location, and I guess Dave security my number. My location was leaked on the subreddit, and I am 85% down in sales for my music. Why is there some TikTok account named Ian that is also trolling all of a sudden? Ian is apparently in contact with Clark and is from past management in housing. Why is everyone in management on purpose trying to make me and my public image look like I'm delusional? Apparently the Discord is called Daniel Larson World, or DLW. And that's where the death threats are being made against me. Alrighty, so Grace just got out of the hospital. Apparently, I guess they're not keeping her the 30 days as originally planned. But she got out of the mental hospital today. So, I just received video verification from Grace Vanderwall. She is out of the hospital, so apparently the mental hospital has decided they were going to release her. Clark is a part of the Vanderwall team and management, so I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if the fans or the subreddit mods are trying to frame me against Clark or Daniel McDougall. I don't really know what's going on with that. Neither does Clark, neither does me. But apparently we're having issues with phone numbers being spoofed and other weird stuff. So there's definitely some sort of hacking going on and interference. So apparently Tina Vanderwall and Dave Vanderwall are saying that they will not ever message me on my social media. Everything will come through Clark. Yesterday, I went to Applebee's with family for lunch. Don't believe anything you see on the internet. Most of it is not true. And like I said, only believe the information coming directly from me about my fan base. There seems to be a lot of gaslighting going on in my fan base too, so that's also super difficult when people lie about who they are and then they are later undercover. The first week of October 2023, I have made a total of $4,000. Why are the entire Vanderwalls, so everyone on the Vanderwall team, saying that they are not receiving my texts and I'm not getting theirs? So Clark is telling me that Dave Vanderwall is super drunk tonight and for me not to talk to him because he's not going to make sense anyways. So apparently Grace's house was just swatted. I now get paid from all social media platforms. And I don't care what the fans say, I will just make new accounts. Grace's ex-boyfriend is now forcing Grace to do drugs. And that's why she was in the mental hospital. I just saw it on Denver News. Everything is super difficult when it's only phone call and you don't know 100% if anything you're being told is true, other than it's who it's coming from. Slim Jim just admitted to Dave Vanderwall that he was selling drugs to Grace. So Dave Vanderwall just sent me a picture, and it looks to be either whiskey or something like that, Jack Daniels, that was given to Grace from her boyfriend. So this Daniels Melody album, whatever, I don't know at all what is going on with that, because I sure as hell have never been contacted about it. If the Daniel Larson's Melody album was true, I wouldn't be homeless right now. If I was getting the money from the Daniel Larson merchandise, I wouldn't be homeless. So my homelessness is proof that I'm not getting any of my paychecks. I have a conference call tonight with Clark and Grace. Dave Vanderwall just showed me a picture of him and about 7 glasses of alcohol in bottles, and apparently they're having a party tonight. Grace Vanderwall was telling me that after World of T-shirts and Michael Quinn randomly getting VIP tickets to Grace's concert, Grace has banned Michael Quinn from her. Grace Vanderwall has banned Michael Quinn from all of her concerts after her, Michael Quinn and World of T-shirts got VIP tickets to backstage. I don't know if this is true, but I saw it on the subreddit that somebody was saying that Michael Quinn went to Grace's concert, got VIP tickets, and told Grace directly that I was a pedophile. I have picture proof that proves Michael Quinn and World of T-shirts was in fact at Grace's concert and did get VIP tickets. I am being told that Grace is working on a new album, and Warren has in fact heard that album, and it does have songs about me in it. Grace Vanderwall is telling me that she is getting ready for her album release, and it will be released on my birthday, November 15, and she's supposed to be in Colorado before then. So Daniel McDougall is now investigating the merchandise sales and the album leaks. Since he's a fraud investigator, he's looking into that. So I guess Grace and the Vanderwalls, Dave, they're, I guess, at a strip club now celebrating Grace's release from the hospital in New York. Grace Vanderwall was talking about me and our relationship on Denver 7 News earlier today. Daniel McDougall is flipping crazy. He told me as I get more famous, there's going to be more issues with my popularity and he'll be questioning me more. I'm now getting word from Dave directly that him and Tina are, I guess, on cocaine, and Grace is at the strip club with them and is rejecting lap dance. Clark is confirmed to be Goated Minds, and he's in connection with the Vanderwall family somehow. So I guess Dave Vanderwall and Grace got their house raided by the FBI. They're now getting an investigation started in New York City. The war in Israel right now in 2023, October, is all Biden's fault.